All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host Dre Day FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. Hope everyone had a great morning. This is Wednesday, December 10th. So we're at almost halfway of the month, near the end of this year. So I hope everyone had a great morning here this morning, and let's get it as always. So let's look at the news calendar here for today. So we do have FOMC later on, so that'll be a really important day here today in regards to the interest rate here in the States. So we have FOMC at around 2 with the Fed fund rate change. So we're expecting to have a 0.25% reduction here from the last rate cut that we had that was at 4. So we're supposed to be looking at 3.75. So hopefully we're going to have that. So basically, if we have the interest rate cut, that will be meaning that there will be we have quantitative easing right now that has been started since the beginning of this month. So since December 1st, and what we're waiting for is that rate cut to be done, and that will maybe signal that we're going to have a good economic months and years, not years, but months to come. And that will also affect the crypto market, because if people have more money here to spend, most likely they're going to put that in the stock market, or they're going to invest here in crypto or any metals here. So gold, silver, that's basically what they're going to be focusing on. All right. So that's going to be important here to look for. So around 2. But for now, for our live currently, we don't have any news other than the CAD. We had the unemployment core index for the US. So it was at 0.8. We're expecting 0.9. So that is negative. Yeah, so that's negative. So unemployment core index. So that's negative overall. But we have CAD news here. So we have also the interest rate here for CAD, the overnight rate that needs to be looked at. So it's at 2.25%. So basically, it's the Fed rate for CAD. It's the exact same thing. So 2.25. So we should be steady at that point, or if they're gonna reduce a little bit more, that may be coincide with hyperinflation. So we'll see how it's gonna play it out here. So that's gonna be interesting here overall. All right. So let's close this. We're gonna go on the TV alert app. So this is the app here that I created here that provide you with the directional bias here in regards to institutional liquidity. So if the liquidity is up or down, it will tell you exactly if we're nearing bullishness or bearishness. So once again, do not take the actual signals here as entries. Sometimes it makes sense to take the trade when it gets in. Sometimes you just have to wait. Maybe there will be a retest or anything like that. So and you could use those entries here based off of your overall bias here for the higher time frame to get in for a trend on that direction. Or if you're basically trading it off of the 50-minute, that is the actual alert comes in off of the 50-minute. You just have to see exactly the price action and the market structure to make sure that you're not trading in this make sure that you're trading in discount. So that means that you're trading at the lowest point to enter, or the highest point to enter for sell, or lower point to enter for buy. Right. So today we had 5 signals here, and you have the ticker here for the signals here for the day. And at the top you have the the Bloomberg and Fox Business news, not news, but yeah, news articles that you could look at any time. But if we scroll down here at the bottom here, you're gonna see that the signal here come here from me, and you have the actual strategy that is the lit one, and we had 5 signals. So we had German for sell, French for sell. We had German for buy originally, and we had the French for a sell, and UK100 for a buy. So we'll see later on here what's on the chart. And at the bottom, you have the economic calendar that is provided from TradingView directly. So you have basically a widget here that's going to provide you with the eye impact news here for the day. So for today, we have the Fed rate, like I said, at around 2. So this is the next alert here. So at 140, which would have the Fed rate that's going to be coming out. And at 2, we have German Powell that will be speaking. All right. And finally, we're going to be going on the trading view indicators here that I'm going to be using. So the first indicator that you're seeing here, I'm just going to remove the drawing. So no, first we're just going to look at the setup here from yesterday. So we had a bullish momentum here to the upside. So I told you guys that the price would be going towards a previous point of control or VWAP. So those 2 lines here that you're seeing here, those are point of control and VWAP. So this is my first indicator. And the second one here is the pivot high-low edge. So providing you with the high-low levels here in the market. So pivot high, pivot lows. And basically right now we're, like I said, if we were going bullish here, we should be breaking up above this previous pivot point, previous lower high, and it didn't go through and started to break to the downside here. So like I said, if we were going up, because at this point we had a pivot right here, and I said if we're still pushing to the upside, we should be breaking those highs, those previous highs. If not, we're going to be breaking those lows, and that's exactly what what happened. And currently, we still have this lower high and low here. So if it will be fully bearish, we need to break those last 2 pivot points to continue to the downside. All right. And today is a perfect time to have the market do his thing, because we have basically 2 options. We should be breaking to the upside here or going to the downside here after the FOMC news. So we'll see exactly how it's gonna pan out. And finally, we have also, let me check. We have also the supply and demand zone. So I'm just gonna remove this, and add this. So basically it's gonna provide you with a supply and demand zone in the market. So supply is, that means that the market is going there to get some bearish momentum. And demand zone is a zone that the buyers are placed. All right. So that's why you see reds. Red means that we have sellers at this level, and buy, that means that we have buy. The blue one is the buyers at this level. So we just have to see exactly how it's gonna pan out. So for our live, we're gonna be looking at the pivot point and the point of control. And we just saw that we are in a supply and demand zone off of the 1 hour. So we'll see exactly how it's going to plan out. That's for Dow Jones. So on our live, we're going to be looking at US30, NASDAQ, S&P 500, Russell. And yeah, so that'll be what we're going to be looking for. So market will open in a couple of seconds here. Just going to pull up this and see. Oh shit. It's filming, so let's do that. All right, so it's 9:31. So let's see how market will react. So right now we have a low, we have a higher low, we have a lower high right here. So now we just want to see exactly what price wants to do. And we could always look at the 1 hour and see exactly the actual pattern here. So we do have a pivot point right here. We have a low here. So price has basically two ways to go, up or down. All right. So price will always want to break out of previous highs or previous lows to provide a direction. So if we're going up, that means that we should be doing this here on the higher or lower time frame. All right. All right. So we should be creating higher highs, higher lows. All right. Or creating lower highs and lower lows. So you get the gist of it. So right now it's positioning itself to creating so we have a lower high. We should be creating maybe a lower high, a higher low, or even they should maybe they're not finishing creating that new high. So, and like I said, if we're doing that, that means that we're getting out of those pivot points here at the top. So we have a pivot point right here. We have a low here. So we have basically a point of interest right here. Let me go back on the 15. So we're trading off of a point of control right here. Now we're trading down. So remember, we still have, that is the 15-minute chart. So we just started that first 15-minute candle. So at this point, you should maybe wait for an actual confirmation here of the actual direction that we wanna do here overall. All right, so now we're pushing to the downside. So Russell 2000, we have a sell. All right, so everything is looking bearish right now. So just switch to bearish right now. US30 is a sell. So we just broke, you remember we had a pivot point right here. So now that means that we have a lot of real estate here to go short. The next pivot point is right here at this price. So, and we had a point of control right here. So what I would do here is put a horizontal line on those previous pivot point of control. And see exactly if price wants to go lower here. So US30 is a sell, and we had Russell for a sell also. I'm doing something that's not working. I really don't know why. Ça fonctionne, doit fonctionner. Ils sont setup, je sais pas pourquoi ça fonctionne pas. I really don't know why. All right, so it seems that we're grabbing some liquidity at the bottom, so we may start to reverse to go up. S&P 500 is a sell. Let's switch for some. So everything is looking bullish right now. So like I said, right now we still have that pivot point that is here. So that means price, even though it went down here, it's still bullish. We have a gold trade here for sell. So gold sell, we have US30 sell, Russell sell. But like I said, we should be looking bullish here overall. We have higher lows here, lower highs. So if we're actually going up here on Russell, we need to break this previous pivot point here to the upside, and this one too. And if it does, it should be bullish here. US30, same thing. We're going to the upside. We need to break those pivot points here. It's looking as an actual. It looks like it's going to go up here on the 15, and on the 1 hour, like I said, it was looking to go high. So we have that pivot point here. We have the previous pivot point that was right here, that was invalidated here on the 1 hour. We have already also this pivot point here that price tried to reach, didn't go through. So that means that we're going to be pushing to the upside right now. So everything is looking bullish here. So we have a NASDAQ for a sell also. So the first 50-minute candle will close in a couple of minutes. So most likely, like I said, we should be grabbing liquidity here at the top. We have a pivot point here. Pretty straightforward. Let's see. So everything is seems to be pushing right now. So we'll wait and see. And once again, if you're not comfortable here of seeing the actual trend and you're hesitating, if you're hesitating, it's better to not take the chance than break your neck, right? Same time, if you like, you want to have bungee jumping, and you're afraid, and you're hesitant here of taking the leap. Do not take the leap. You need to be confident and overall with your analysis. So if you don't have that, better to not take the position here. So we had that pivot point that is created. So okay, I'm on the 10 minutes. We go back on the 15. I'm gonna close this. So we have a pivot point here. We have a lower high, but this lower high here is not confirmed yet because we still have the price action that is being created currently. This is a new 15-minute candle that just started. All right, so now we're pushing here. So we should be going bullish here right now, guys. So go on the H1. Like I said, we were creating, we're waiting for it to actually give us the indication that we're going to push to the upside. So if we're pushing up above this level, we are bullish here currently. So we may start to continue bullish here until the FOMC news. So usually, if you go back on FOMC day, most of the time here we're gonna have an actual direct. It's gonna continue with that direction here before FOMC. So if we're bullish here before FOMC, we should continue bullish here. So we may have a retracement and continue to the upside. So we're still looking at the 1 hour right now. And even the 4 hour, let me check. Yeah, 4 hour, they went to grab some liquidity here at the bottom here at the previous point of control. And I'm pretty sure they're done here taking liquidity here at the top, at the bottom here. So we should be going bullish here overall. We have a pivot point right here and another one here and here. And the latest one here on the 4 hour is this one. So expecting the price to go higher here off of the 4 hour. And this 4 hour here started at 9. So this candle will close at 1 p.m. So basically 45 to 45 minutes before the FOMC news. So you should be able to ride it out here until the end. The end of that 4 hour candle. So quote that again. This would be 500 US30 prime. Didn't close. All right, so we are pushing this. So the H4 is pushing currently. So all right, so that previous pivot point that we had on the 15 is not there anymore. So the latest one is this one. So if we break this one, we're up to the races here. We had, I'm just gonna remove the drawings here. We have a VWAP right here. Previous day's VWAP is, I'm just gonna close this so y'all can see. So previous day VWAP is right here. We have point of control, previous day's VWAP is right here. So now we just want to see exactly if the price wants to go above that point of control. If it does, we should be seeing this here. So go to the upside, then retest, and start to going up here. So we should have a break and retest here off of that that range here that we had here. So we had a big consolidation here. We went to the downside to take the liquidity at the bottom, and then we should have a breakout here to the top, retest, and starting to go up. So everything is basically looking here bullish here overall. So we'll wait and see. Remember, we still have basically 3 hours before that 4-hour candle close. So we have a lot of leeway here to go to the upside. So we have NASDAQ for a sell, Russell for a sell, US30 for a sell, but like I said, the US30 is reversing currently. So if we go back on the Russell here is, yeah, it's reversing, same thing as US30. So that sell that we had here was a grab of liquidity. NASDAQ is looking good for a sell. We went back to that point of control, and now we're trading to the downside. So we passed the VWAP and the point of control. So we have some leeway here to the downside, and we have gold for a sell. Did the exact same thing. So we went to our point of control. Tried to reach a point of control here, went down. Now we're at a VWAP zone, and we'll see exactly if what it wants to do here. So if right now gold is pretty much consolidating a little bit. If we go on the 4-hour, I went to the 6. It's a 4-hour. So 4-hour is looking bullish here. So we have that low here. We have that high. Now it's creating a lower high. All right. So if I open up my pivot point, you could clearly see that that was creating a lower high. So you have that low here, that high here. You have a lower high right here. So we just have to wait for gold here. So Russell is a buy right now. So Russell is a buy right now. So we just switched for bearish or bullish momentum here on Russell. So that means that just gonna go back here on 1 hour and Russell. Yeah, Russell is it's pushing right now. It's going up, up. Same thing as US30. So yeah, so now we're pushing here to the upside. So we had that pivot point here. Let me go back here on the 15. Yeah, US30 is a buy. That was we were waiting for. So we have clearly a pivot point here for a downside. So we're above the point of control. That's what we're waiting for. Now we have the VWAP here. If we're above the VWAP, the next targets here will be those previous lower highs. All right. So we have multiple of them. And like I said, make sure to look at the 4 hour time frame to see exactly what that 4 hour candle is doing. So that candle will close at 1 p.m. Right. So we have that pivot one right here. So we have the price here of what to expect. We have the point of control that already passed. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it did. It's really in that point of control right now. Now it's pushing here. 949 still. So we are bullish. All right, so it's 10 o'clock right now. Still pushing. So we're gonna be here for another 15-minute, guys. We're just gonna see exactly what's gonna happen here overall. So now the candle closed above the point of control. So that means that we have a lot of leeway here to the upside. The next level to look for is the VWAP. So at 47,742. Still pushing here. Beautifully. We are going up. Now it's retracing a little bit, but we should be continuing here to the upside. Just on the cap. All right, so what it is going on? Yeah, so we're still bullish here. And 06. It's just a waiting game, guys. Just have to wait. But now we know that clearly it took some liquidity here at the bottom here at 9:30. Fake out people, and now started to trade to the upside. All right, so we are pushing to the upside. So we had US30 is a buy, like I said. Russell is a buy. Originally, we had a sell on those two at the beginning of our session, but now they're looking to go up. And the higher time frame was telling you that it was going up. So if you go on a 1 hour, 1 hour is bullish. 4 hour is bullish. 4 hour is bullish here. So you shouldn't be looking to sell at all. So that's why you need to do a multi-time frame analysis, guys. See, that pivot point is out. So that means that we're still pushing here. So then, like I said, the next point of interest here is the point of control right here. That is at that level. So next level here of interest is this one. Did I put it on the wrong? There you go. Right here. So we are trading above that point of control. So looking bullish here overall. So we'll still have what, 6 minutes here, 5 minutes before that first 15-minute candle of the 10-hour is closed, and we're gonna close our session here. So we shouldn't have any signals here yet. I think maybe NASDAQ. Let me check NASDAQ. NASDAQ was going down. Yeah, so I think they're done going down right now. And US30 here. Yes, S&P 500 is looking bullish right now. So that's perfect. And we have US30 here going up right now. And Russell went straight up. So we're at a point of control on Russell. Now we're pushing above that point of control. That means the S&P US30 here should be going up also. So we're pushing here towards that point of control also. So the line that I just put in, guys, is a previous point of control, the nearest point of control that we have on the chart, and that was basically this point of control here from yesterday's price action, and we're reaching that right now. All right, so we're pushing. We're at that point of control. So if you have taken a buy here, that's a point of interest here for you. So we'll see exactly if it wants to reject off of it or continue to the upside. So we have less than 3 minutes before that 15-minute candle close. Everything is bullish here. NASDAQ here. All right, so we are pushing above that point of control right now. So looking good. All right, so things looking good here, guys. So we should be continuing here bullish here on those indices here currently. All right, perfect. So great session here. So we had the originally sales here on US30 and Russell at the beginning. We had a sell on NASDAQ. Those first two, Russell and US30, started to reverse. So it went towards some liquidity. They took some liquidity at the bottom before going up. So so basically we went down right here, and after that started to shoot up. So we had a buy signal here that came in afterwards, and the target here was that point of control, that yesterday's point of control for a buy. And first we wanted to see that first point of control to be broken and the next one to be reached, and that's exactly what we had here on those setup. And then Russell shoot up. We had a Russell buy and S&P 500 US30 buy, and yeah, that's, and gold sell. Let's look at the gold sell that we looked for earlier. Yeah, so it went down here. That the gold sell was perfect. So we had that gold sell that came in at let's see. So that was at just looking at my logs. Gold sells at 940. So 940 is pretty much right here. So 940 is right here on this candle here, that's 940. So on that 15-minute candle, and then we started to go down. We went up again, and now we're still breaking to the downside. So that's and we just broke that previous pivot point. So should be in profit currently here on that gold alert. So yeah, so everything is good here, guys. So we're gonna close it out here. This session, we'll be back here tomorrow. Remember, we have the live for later on. We have the FOMC meeting here, the announcement for the Fed rate. So make sure to tune in on any news forecast broadcast today at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Fed rates. So we'll see exactly if the market will have a good reaction or a bad reaction off of it. And that may be the reason why we have gold that is trading down right now, because the US dollar may start to go up. And I think it's already went up. Let's do that right now before we leave. And we're gonna look at the DXY. So DXY right here. Yeah, DXY is trending down also. So we'll see exactly at around 2 what's going to happen here overall with DXY. So that's going to be very important to see. But for the rest, everything is looking bullish, looking good. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen here later on. All right. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day here, guys. And we'll be back here tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Peace.